Now then, everybody, yeah, talking to the mic, looking to the camera, and as Russell Brunson says, just vlog every day. And so it's time to get into a routine now, and I wanted to do a quick video just for anybody out there, and it's just regards like the things you have to kind of do and learn. And I have total respect for the people who are streaming or hustling and, you know, doing either multiple jobs to get like their equipment, you know, like we've got here, you know, we've got a mic here. It all costs stuff and it all takes time and effort. Just want to say though, I've just found this from Apple Music where we're playing earlier today. So the band is called Ringo Death Star, and yeah, it's from Ringo from the Beatles and Death Star from Star Wars. Absolutely love this particular track. My God, it's called something God. So I've got it down in the corner here, and God help the ones that you love. All right, so there you have it. Yeah, absolutely loving that. So it's all taken learning and timing and just effort. It's taken a lot of effort to learn how to firstly do some designs, get into this flow of designing, but also in the flow of tech. And I'll probably do a full video, but if anybody needs any help, yeah, it'll cost, but nothing ridiculous, because it's taken me a heck of a lot of time to learn this. And yeah, you can learn certain stuff from YouTube, but what I've found is like sometimes you keep getting led down little garden paths, wandering here and there, and then you're just like, well, I haven't really answered what you said you were going to do, and so on. Anyway, enough said about that. Just love this tune. It's on a loop, so you just have to bear with us for a minute while I explain what I wanted to talk about. And so regards design, so the interface which you're looking at now, this skin as it were, where I've got the camera on the left hand side, we've got the clock, the camera, and we've got my iTunes player in mini player format, so that it's square, for like albums. Do you know what I mean? It's just little things, little details like that. And so the rest of this skin, it's all kind of grey and so on. It's probably going to get revamped because I've been working on this, so I just thought let's have a look and just see what your kind of design process is like. So I'm going to switch over 1, 2, 3. And we're on Adobe Illustrator, so I'm just gonna kind of talk about what you can see here. Iterations of designs and development and so on. So if I zoom around and scroll around a little and zoom in, so it's the little details like here. So this is a software which is white labeled, and it's going to be V10studios Doodles. And so with my logo and things, little things started coming in, and I was just like, you know what, I'm loving doing this now. Took a lot of time last week, you know, I had some days off work and so on, holiday and so on, so after bank holiday, because I was working it all. And then it was just a case of, yeah, let's design. So it was a case of learning about gradients, learning about transparency. So this is set at about 25% transparency. So it's a jet black. However, because it's transparent there, it comes through as that grey. All right. And then doing little things like, as I was looking at it, it was like, wait on, this is like a pencil. So this application is called is from Doodly. It's the same program and things, however we get to brand it ourselves and use our own names. So it's going to be V10 Studios Doodles, and I just love this with because we've got a gradient here, putting a shadow on there, and I was like, oh, I love that, and I'd like a big image of that. So that was one iteration, and then because there's four softwares, the other one's a cartoon. So these are doodle videos. I'll be doing proper videos of them all and using them and then selling them. So yeah, happy days, you know. I find that there's not enough who, you know, a lot of people promote stuff but don't really truly honestly use it. And now I find a guy in Denmark who's just done exactly what I've always wanted to do. So I'm like kind of going to follow in his footsteps on this, with self-learning, creating things, creating little adverts and so on. And I found another girl from, I can't remember which country, and she creates the most amazing Illustrator, After Effects, motion kind of videos, but really slick design. So I'll be doing some videos of them, but it kind of brought it all down to here. It's all, you know, about the design and so on. So I'm just going to pull these through. So tunes, maybe I could come up with different names, better names and so on, but you know, it's a cartoon software. So I'm just thought tunes, or tunes with a Z, or, you know, who knows, we might change it. But because it's the actual software's kind of interface, and the lessons are all in an orange, that's what we're doing here. And then we have this one, and I've just noticed something here, so I need to fix this. I'm just going to see if I can bring that into, yay, there we go. Alright, still needs a bit of clarification there, so that's cool. And then we have Voodoo. Now, I've kind of, I like the name Voodoo. I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I was like, yeah, maybe do I need to change it to something like Voodoo, because this is from a program called Voomly, and it's about video software. So I've got kind of, you know, a few ways where I'm going to do it, and basically it's all in the cloud as well. Amazing software, and so I'm going to be showcasing that as well. And I'm just going to work my ass off using these, and then see about what I can create with them, and using these and my Evangelion Wacom Moving 14 tablet to try and get good at design and drawing and so on. So let's just zoom out a little. So you'll see, I'll show you the beginning area. So this is where I was kind of starting out on, and let's just see. So this is where it all kind of came from initially, the ideas. They want a gradient like there is here. We're all flat colors, and I can actually go on to, I'll show that later, the Facebook page. So it's getting some revamp as well, and I have got some effects here which I absolutely loved. And so this simplicity of just the transparency, and that this is transparent as well, and you've got this kind of glass effect, and I just love doing this. And I'm like, oh my, do I keep with this and have this soft shadow behind, little trick of the eye, or do I keep with the white and it stands out? And once I've done the white, I was like, well, it kind of needs the white background, does this, or the same color background to blend through and just give you that kind of, you know, effect. And so there were quite a few changes and things, and some which I really liked, and then I'm just like, oh, I'm not sure which way to go with this. Even it's like little tangerines in a way, aren't they? But I kind of like this as well, this design. And just pausing it for a moment. It's got some depth to it, some interest, so I'll probably use them all and just keep switching. So it is an explainer video, is this particular doodly. That didn't kind of work, so we've got these here where I started to use some colour and think a bit more about the others, and because it's black and white, I'm like, oh, this will kind of go. So that's transferred over to these, and then I became kind of happy with, like, okay, this is kind of, I'm liking the effects I'm getting with these. So the shadows, the depth, and the grayscale. So it's called Doodly, and I've got the website name called doodly.rocks, and I thought that were kind of catchy. So we've got a few avenues we're going to go down with that. And same with Toonly. We've got Toonly Rocks and Voonly Rocks and Giru Rocks. So and then Funnels Rock, you know. So I like the effect of the white blending through, and so the actual space kind of drawing you in, you know. I love doing this. This is just so nice to finally come to a design, and the little details of, like, this ring is matched with the transparency levels of this and so on. That's double, so you're at 50% there, to give that pencil pointed tip. This tune, just love it, love it, love it. Sorry if it's repetitive and it's putting people off, but you know what, you gotta do what you love and love what you do. Ouch, and I've just pressed something and I didn't want to do that. Right, that's fine. And then these little logos here, love doing this. So these are for the video tutorials, and as you'll notice, so each one will have its own kind of color code. So we've kind of got that down, and maybe we'll switch these out, you know, to match them. Maybe it'll be too much, all one color, not sure yet. But these are the tutorial videos and so on. So that's those. Oh, let's look at these little dudes. Alright, I'll just zoom in on these. So these are other iterations, having this is how I first started with it, and I love doing this, and just having it so you can't really make out what it is, but you kind of know, kind of thing. I even thought, well, can I actually cut that or bend that so as it looks like it's going down? Another trick of the eye and so on. So yeah, these were secondary. This was a second iteration, and then these little dudes. This is just beautiful. I love this little dude. So because it's called Doodly.rocks, I've considered getting a website named D-Rocks or something. We'll see. And using these little characters as the icons for it. Let's just zoom out a little. Here they are. Now, I can't remember where I found these online, and I wish I could find them just to give credit to artists and buy them or something from them. But they're absolutely beautiful little characters. design on them. It's just beautiful. Got gradients going on. You've got beautiful clean lines. So with the graphics tablets I've got, I'm trying so hard to just get this flow and get into some beauty, you know, just creating good solid lines and so on. So it's going to take time. So yeah, let's go on to the other thing. Let's go on to here. So that's where I'm at currently. I'm just going to probably post this up. Let's just see. And just post this. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Right. So yeah, here's my little page, 12 members. No interactions or anything at the moment. I've got this posting, but I'm going to have to change these and take them out. Or maybe post something every day. So, oh yes, this is my fave. So this is what I've done just for my. So looking at that picture, I loved it. And I thought, let's just try and draw it. And it took an hour and a half or something or other, which is, yeah, it's a long time, but it's my first real kind of digital kind of sketch. And it was just such fun to do. So let's just turn that off of there. Get down. So yeah, so I've got a video on there here explaining that. Actually, I'm going to pin that because it was just such a milestone, you know, just practice and then seeing it come to fruition. So really pleased. Going to be doing some more of that, and just this is video for, what day are we on? Tuesday, 14th of April. So I haven't done many videos for a while. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be at. The creative side. Yeah, hit it up. Who's creating things, what they're creating, and there's some info about this tablet as well. That's another drawing I've been doing, but it's I've been tracing that just for practice. But again, loving doing it. All right, catch you all later. This is Rich out. Ringo Death Star. Okay, see y'all later.